across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Time Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hines. Powers through. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, it's Hines, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Eason off the play fake. He's got Granson, his tight end. That throw good for only a couple and brings up 3rd down. They go play action with Eason. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Rodrigo Blankenship field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off play action. Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30.
All you got to do is
touchdown, Giants. Rico Gafford, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Giants on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Paris Campbell now on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
In your face!
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Play action. It's Eason. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now a give right side. It's Hines at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 5, 3rd and goal. He's going to be marked down very close to the 1st down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Now
a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. First and 10, Eason. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andy Isabella with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. Three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Take off your helmet.
Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They run with Hines. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On second and 2, Eason. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Hines. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Hines again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And did he get in? Yes, they say. It's a touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half. The Colts their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This is Hines. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Eason. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Well, it's a cold night. And whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become...
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 29, 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point by been good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him. And
he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To try again after the sack, Jones, he sets to fire deep, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So that'll back them up 5. False start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Eason. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now Eason. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, yeah, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Darius Leonard in there for sack number 22 on the year, and folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The final shot before break. Eason. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
Throwing Jones. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 28. They hand this off to Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They read zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action. Jones. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Off the play fake, Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Harris. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Najee Harris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that... There he goes, right side. The 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 29, 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action. Jones going for the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by Blankenship. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Harris. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Najee Harris with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Campbell returning it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tanner Muse with it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 18. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Colts extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 40. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. Looking for Campbell downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the 6. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. He's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Pressure gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Darius Leonard able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Jones now off the play fake. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. A big play there out of the running game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. Hines, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They'll run it with Mack, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
They're going to try and run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. A nice little juke. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
44, Mike, 40. 19 tight. 44 is the Mike, 44 is Mike. Check. Too little.
Off the play fake. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Like 22. 60 Bison, 60.
This is Harris. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Colts pick it up.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, Eason is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Nice 13, nice 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun is Eason.
And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis,
they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.